Hello everyone, welcome to the Complete Sports Updates. This show where the latest and trending stories in the world of sports are brought to you. My name is Abib Kuranga. Joining me on today's episode is James Agberibi. Together we shall be taking you through the grounds as far as sporting stories in today's episode is concerned. Welcome to the show, James. How are you doing today?
Thank you very much, Abib. It's nice to be on the show again.
Absolutely. It's always a good and amazing feeling to be back on the Complete Sports Update. The week we are waiting for is finally here. The Super Eagles of Nigeria are preparing to take on the Panthers of Gabon in the African playoffs for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And right here on Complete Sports Update, we shall take a look at some interesting topics ahead of the crucial encounter, which is set to go down live in Morocco on Thursday. First off, we're going to take a look at the squad list that was released on Saturday, with 5 players being recalled back to the fold, and starting with Bright Osai Samuel, Raphael Onyedika, Chidozie Awaziem, Chidera Ejuke, as well as the big man Ingo Maduka Okoye, who is back to the team after serving 2 months ban as a result of him being found guilty of illegal betting. So, James, welcome back to the show once more.
Thank you very
Let's
much.
talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria's upcoming match against the Panthers of Gabon, starting with the players that are actually invited for the crucial encounter. So what say you about the team in the balance, as well as regards to the balance?
Well, when the team list was released, I wasn't really surprised because people didn't really raise a lot of dust. Oh, why wasn't this on there? Invited. Why is this guy here? Why is this player not here? I mean, I think people's mind, everybody's focus is just on that game, on how the Super Eagles will overcome Gabon, because it's like it's a straight knockout. You lose, you're out.
Yes.
You know, so that's, I don't think really people are really fine. They want the best legs. You know, even though there are some maybe questionable selection. You know, but people didn't really focus on that. As long as the main guys are there, the Victor Osimhen, the Alex Iwobi, you know, the key guys, they are there. So I feel people didn't really pay much attention, like, you know, make it an issue. You know, so for me, it's a good list. These are the guys who, majority of them have been playing in the qualifiers. Not as if you're going to bring in somebody who has never featured in the qualifiers, except for Ejuke. I think Ejuke was, if I'm not mistaken, was invited in one of the qualifiers, if I'm not mistaken. You know, but I don't think he has made any appearance. You know, so for me, it's not a bad list, and the good thing is the players are really trooping in. They are, most of the guys are in Rabat, you know, preparing for the game, and just hope that everything goes out well.
Absolutely. We hope that everything goes out well. So now let's look at the Gabonese national side. This is a team that actually scored 22 goals, considered 9 in their World Cup qualifiers, and now they will be playing against a Nigerian side who have actually so much dependent on Victor Osimhen for goals, with him scoring, I think, 6 goals in the qualifiers, if I'm not wrong. And well, this side, where do you think that the Super Eagles of Nigeria could actually, you know, hurt them? Do you think it's going to be through the wings, from the center forward position, or in the midfield?
Yeah, I know that one of our weakest points in the Super Eagles is the midfield, so don't really pay much attention. That's why if you see when the lists of the Super Eagles always announced, you always discover that we always have more of the defensive side and the attack. The midfield maybe like 5 players
Or 4.
You know, or 4. You know, people have always, you know, complained that why is it that the midfield is always, when it comes to the invitation for players, we always have low numbers of, you know, midfielders. You know, and I think that's one of the reasons why we struggle in game, because we don't really have those players who create for the strikers. You see somebody like Victor Osimhen, who kind of hustle for his own goal. You know, the other guys, they don't really get supplies. Maybe that's the reason why the likes of Paulo Nuachu, so they always struggle when it comes to the Super Eagles. You know, these are very good strikers. When you see them operate in their clubs, but when they come to the Super Eagles, it's always a big task for them. You know, so for me, I think the Super Eagles, if we're going to really focus on the area where everybody will banking on it has to be the forward line, and who can spearhead it if not Victor Osimhen.
Yeah.
And thank God we also what he did in the last their final game against Benin Republic.
Yeah.
You know, so for me, we will be looking forward to the striking department, and we just hope that what they've been doing in their club side, they're going to take it into bring it with them to the Super Eagles, because like I said, this is straight knockout. This is like a second lifeline for them now. You just have to take it. You are not depending on anybody now. Everything lies in your hands.
Yeah.
You're going to play every game. They're going to play going to be like a final. But the most important one for now is this game on Thursday against Gabon.
Yeah.
You win it, you move on to the final,
Absolutely.
and when you get it, you move on like that. So
Yes.
for me, like I said, the forward line of the Super Eagles, that's where their strength lies, and we hope that Nwabali will cut some of his antics. The defenders will be at alert, and the midfield will up its game, and you see the forward line, even apart from Victor Osimhen, other guys will come to the party and score goals.
Absolutely. Let's look at the head-to-head record between these two sides. Well, they've actually met 9 times.
Okay.
Nigeria winning 5, 3 have actually ended in draws, while Gabon winning 1. The last time they actually met was in the 2006 World Cup Qualifiers, with Nigeria winning 2-0 before playing that 1-0 draw in Gabon. So kindly take us back to memory lane as regards to the past meeting between these two sides.
Well, the first 3 meetings between Nigeria and Gabon was they met twice in the 60s. It ended in the Super Eagles won the first meeting. Their first 3 meetings. The first 2 were in the 60s. Then the third time it was in 1983.
Yeah.
You know, all those 3 meetings were friendly games. So their first competitive meeting was in 1989, the World Qualifiers for the 1990 World Cup, and the Super Eagles won 1-0. Then the reverse fixture in Libreville, the Super Eagles lost 2-1, and that was the defeat that really affected the Super Eagles, you know, to qualify for the 1990 World Cup. Then they met, the first and only time they met at the AFCON was in 1994 in Tunisia, where the Super Eagles won 3-0. The late Rashidi Yekini scored 2 goals. Mutu Adepoju scored one of the goals.
Yeah.
You know, then I think in 1999, they met in another friendly game. The Super Eagles won, I think 2-0. Then before they now met the World Cup qualifiers for the 2006 qualifiers, the first leg ended 1-1. Igbeni equalized for the Super Eagles. Then the return leg in Port Harcourt, the Super Eagles won 2-0. Julius Agawa and then Nwankwo Kanu scored the 2 goals, 2 late goals, because the game was very, very tough. The Super Eagles had to bring out everything in them to secure the victory. So, like I said, the Super Eagles they've won more games between the 2 teams.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time the Gabonese defeated the Super Eagles, 1989, that was like 37 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, but the upcoming game now, all the past meetings and what have you, that's in the past.
Yeah.
I mean, what is at stake now is bigger than whatever history, you know, whatever, which team have lost the most, which team have won the most. This is like a clean slate. The 2 teams, there's a big offer on the table.
Yeah.
You know, so you're not going there to say, okay, oh, we want to meet Super Eagles, Victor Osimhen is there, this is there. I mean, the Gabonese will go there with confidence that if the Super Eagles could not qualify from a group that had the likes of South Africa, Benin Republic, Lesotho, Zimbabwe, which means they are beatable.
Yeah.
But we just hope that they've learned their lessons. This, like I said, this is like a second chance for them now.
Yes,
I mean, and the good thing is you're not relying on anybody. You're not relying on one team to lose or one team to win.
Yeah.
Everything is in your hand. It's your preparation, your commitment, your fight, your focus, and everything that you have to bring on the table for you to pass through this. I mean, it's a difficult phase, but I mean, this is the second lifeline.
Yeah.
You just have to take it. So let's just hope that they're going to take it.
Absolutely. We do hope that the Super Eagles of Nigeria are going to make use of this opportunity and try as much as possible to lay claim in their stake as, you know, the African giants that they are. So now let's talk. You know, let me hear your, you know, scoreline. What result do you think is going to the game is actually going to be?
I mean, if the Super Eagles bring their A game, just like what we saw against the Benin Republic, I don't think Gabon will stand a chance. they can just bring that fighting spirit, that commitment that we saw. Because in the course of the qualifiers, they never scored more than 2 goals, but in the game that they needed to score goals, they scored 4 goals. They should have scored more than that 4, but they were able to get the needed goals to qualify as one of the best losers, second place teams. So, like I said, if they can bring that performance we saw against the Benin Republic, I see them, because it's going to be a tight contest, Gabonese will come out fighting. You know, maybe 2-1 victory for the Super Eagles.
2-1 victory for the Super Eagles. Yes, 2-1 win for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. That's according to James Agribi. But you know, one thing is actually, you know, like tickling my mind that this game is going to, you know, go to extra time and probably penalties. But I just have the feeling that the Super Eagles of Nigeria are going to win the game against the Panthers of Gabon. So thank you very much, James, for the wonderful and insightful analysis as always on Complete Sports Update.
Thank you very much, Abid.
So viewers, this will be wrapping things up as far as proceedings in today's episode is concerned. Do like, share, subscribe as well as comment as far as this episode is concerned. Do take care of yourselves and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.